And now we have the management of Wonderla Holidays joining us, Mr. Arun Chittilappilly, who is the MD of the company, joining us this morning, or rather this afternoon. A very good afternoon to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us on ET Now. And travel and tourism is back once again, and that too with a bang. If you could tell us how was the Dussehra Diwali period how did it pan out for your company, and how do you expect the next 2 months to shape up?
The festival season has been exceptionally good for us as well, including Diwali and Dussehra. And we are seeing a good increase in footfalls compared to the pre-pandemic time. We are expecting at least 1.5x of what we have done pre-pandemic. And so we hope to kind of feel that this will happen for the remainder of the quarter as well. Yeah, but more than that, we don't know. I mean, we're still waiting for it's still only November. December is also a very important month, and Christmas and New Year, etc. So we are hoping that Christmas and New Year, which is a big season for us, is also strong like Diwali.
Okay, so that's the word coming in, but just wanted to understand from you, as far as you can quantify for us, how much revenue growth should we expect in Q3 versus Q2?
In second quarter, we did almost 1.6x of pre-pandemic, and that's the hope is that we will do the same for Q3. But of course, it's still at specific speculation at this point in that sense. But so far, the trend is that we are doing pretty good, and the trend that we've seen in Q2 should continue in Q3 as well.
Arun, you did cut costs actually during the COVID-19 period. If you could tell us, have the costs actually normalized now, and could cost normalization along with inflation impact the margins in the coming quarters?
So, I mean, the cost normalization has happened, but our costs are actually lower than pre-pandemic in terms of, marketing spends and some people costs. We had actually cut down the number of people during pandemic, and we still not come back to the pre-pandemic level in terms of staffing. So in that sense, I think our costs should be lower than pre-pandemic. I mean, or at least at the same. So I think we can expect margins also to be healthy.
Okay, Arun, so margins are going to be healthy, but Chennai plant is one thing which is expected to be operational over the next 2.5 to 3 years. And we believe the project was on hold due to unfavorable tax situation. And this is something which has been brought up by a lot of analysts as well. Where are we in terms of the talks with the Tamil Nadu government, and as well as the Orissa park is concerned? Where is that headed?
See, regarding Chennai, the Tamil Nadu government has, they've been following up very diligently, and they've assured us that the problem will be solved for the industry. So we are waiting for some news to come on that. I think it should happen anytime soon. So we are not expecting any further much delays on this. We should be able to start work on that once the the tax issue is resolved, and we expect that to happen before the end of this quarter. In Orissa, we are actually going to do the stone laying ceremony the coming week. So I think we are looking forward to that. And once that happens, I think the designing and the construction phase of Orissa Park will start very soon. And we hope again in Orissa also we hope to complete it within about 2 to 2.5 years. So we'll have 2 new projects, 2 new parks ready in the next 2 years or so. So that's the hope. Yes.
So apart from this Chennai and Odisha, this new projects or sites that you have, do you have any other expansion plans on card?
We are also looking at other locations. We've been talking to other state governments. We want to expand it to other larger cities across the central, east and western parts of the country. So we are in talks with various state governments, and we hope that we will be able to ink some projects and with some incentives so that we can continue with our expansion towards being present throughout the country, and which is what we want to do.
So Arun, how are you funding all of these projects, and what's the overall capex requirement?
So our current 2 new projects will require roughly about 450 crores of investment, out of which we've already invested about 120 crores. So about 350 to 350 crores investment in the next 2 years. We will be able to fund that pretty much by ourselves because we have internal accruals. But going forward, if we sign any new projects, at that point we might have to raise some money. But that depends on the size of the project and number of states that we sign on to. As of now, we are only looking at these two projects for the next 2 to 3 years. So I think we have the funding covered for these two projects.
All right. All the best for the future then, Arun. We leave it there. Thanks so much for joining us on the show and taking us through what's planned for Wonderla Holidays going ahead.